Welcome to Thunda number 1, or A1 Comics number 47, published in 1952. A1 Comics was a comic book series that every issue had a different character and they skipped around. And so they're pretty hard to track, but number 47 was also Thunda number 1, as you can see on the cover. So we got Thunda, King of the Congo. This is Thunda's origin story, so sit back and enjoy. Deep in the mist and fog of Africa is a lost land, a land reported by aviators, but a country untouched by civilization, where strength is king and the weak die or are conquered. Strange tales have been told of mastodonic monsters that roam this misty world, stories of armored giants that battle to the death in swampy waters and who rock the earth itself with the fury of their combat. Yet no tale is so strange as that which concerns him who stroked the ancient drum of Kala the Cruel, who rose by wit and muscle to the altar of Harn. The man of the altar world became king of the lost lands, Thunda. His tale began some years ago when the sands of the Sahara ran red with the blood of Rommel's Africa Corps, when Allied airplanes roared over the gorilla-infested jungles, carrying food and supplies to Eisenhower and Montgomery. Twisting and turning helplessly, the big ship hurtles earthward toward the unknown. The crash of its fall startles those who walk in the midst of the lost lands. With a rush that shakes the world, the gigantic lizard hurtles forward, its giant jaws gape wide and crunch. Rage floods the jungle monster. His head swings and his jaws tighten. As a dog would shake a rat, he shakes the big plane, and a limp figure drops earthward. Holy cow! Only have 7 shots in this automatic. Gotta make each one count. It's dead, whatever it is. Weakly staggering through the swamp waters, Roger Drum struggles towards dry land. I can't seem to think, to remember who or where I am. As if I was just born, almost like a baby. And yet, I know this uniform, and I have a gun. What in the world? Looming up from the jungle growths, hair-mated cavemen of the Pleistocene era block the aviator's path. They sure don't stand on ceremony here. They see you and wham, charging to kill you. Fists thudding home like pistons, the fallen aviator fights back, but the force of numbers overwhelms him. Like fighting a pack of gorillas. Too strong for me, going down, blacking out. Through the jungle depths and across a meadow, the ape-like creatures carry a drum, and they move upwards to the cave homes of the cliff dwellers. For 2 weeks, Roger Drum lives the life of a prehistoric caveman, but as he works with his captors, his alert mind is busy. They're going to kill me 5 nights from now, when the moon is at its full, and yet they treat me almost as one of them. They think I'm so weak and scrawny they have nothing to fear, that I'll never run away. But if I'm ever going to make my escape, now's the best time for it. With every last ounce of strength he can summon up, the aviator pushes cliffside ladders away, toppling them over to the ground. It'll take a long time to climb down here without these ladders, and by that time, I'll lose myself deep in these misty jungles. Unknown to the young aviator, a hunting party arrives at the cliffs, and lifts the ladder to the cave homes. He got away. We go after him. I kill him right now in jungle, not wait for noon. On feet as silent as those of the tiger, 3 burly cavemen take up the pursuit. Uh-oh, 3 of them. Guess I counted my chickens before they'd hatched. But I've got a little surprise of my own for you, gentlemen. Blam, blam. Mogo kill. You're welcome to try, fella. It's you or me, and I like life a little too much to do a fade out now. Seconds later, when they find you 3, if they ever do, maybe they'll think twice about coming after me. And so Roger Drum moves on into the jungles of the Lost Lands to lose himself from the sight of men. My gun, only 3 shots left. Must make myself some weapons, learn to use them. Then maybe I can stand up to the terrors of this strange world. Some miles away, a file of tall, clear-eyed men move easily along a twisted path leading into the misty valley. The cave people are as numerous as gnats on the hide of a saber-toothed tiger. If there were only some way we could make them fear us. We are an old dying race, Fa. They're younger. Soon they would kill all of us valley people. A man. But he is no caveman. He looks one of us. He looks like one of us. Perhaps there's more enemies that we of Shireen must face. Perhaps there are more enemies that we of Shireen must face. We must take no chances. The men and women of Shireen are so few in number, we dare not be seen by other enemies. Alone in the jungle, Roger Drum sets to work, choosing a lean sapling for its strength. A bow and arrows and hours of long practice will do the trick. Daily he drives himself for mile-long runs. The days fade into weeks, and the weeks into months, and now Roger Drum is straight and powerful, muscle ridging his back and arms, his long legs and powerful thighs. With a rope twisted from jungle lioness, he swoops like a darting falcon from the jungle trees, snatching his prey from the saber-toothed tiger itself. Nay, brother Longfangs, let the rabbit run a few more days. Through the silence of the misty lands, a woman's scream rings loud. A woman crying in fear. Less than half a mile away, in the high ridges of the valley, 200 cavemen fall on a little party of the valley people. The hairless ones, kill them all. Save the woman, she will be mine. Oh, mine. Release the girl. Sister Wahati, do as I say, people of the cliffs, or I will kill you with the sharp sticks. Him who ran away, into the tree, kill him. He slew them from a distance, just with tiny sticks. She's scared to death. Can't blame her very much. A wild land like this is no place for a girl. Roger Drum again turns his attention to cavemen, his old enemies. His arrows fell one after another. Come and get 'em, boys. I've plenty of arrows for all of you. With a low growl in his throat, Roger Drum leaps to meet the last biggest caveman with bare hands. Your kind man handled me when I first landed here. Now it's my turn to show you my muscles. Reeling and panting, his fists like steel hammers pounding into the caveman's ribs, the lost aviator knows the hot taste of victory. Go back and tell your kind that I'll be here, waiting for them, anytime they want to taste the bite of the sharp sticks. Back to the ancient ruins of the forgotten city of Shireen goes Fa and the men of her hunting party who are left. I'll gather many men. We must capture him who hurls the sharp sticks that kill. Take your throwing spears, men of Shireen. We must find and make prisoner the man who slays from a distance. Meanwhile, The cave people have come down from the cliffs, all men. They are on a raid for weapons and women. I'll warn the valley people. They will be glad of my warning and become my friends. But an aviator and valley people come face to face. I don't know their language. Perhaps I'll make them understand with gestures. There's the man I want. Capture him, alive and unhurt. They aren't throwing their spears, so they don't want to kill me. I'll have to tackle this problem from a different angle. With a powerful leap, Roger Drum seeks refuge in the trees. Then, unfastening his grass rope, he sends it coiling downward. I'll show the caveman army to her. She'll understand and call off her fighting men. Easy, princess. Don't go off your trolley. I don't want to hurt you. Trolley? Princess? I do not understand his words. Maybe you can understand those cavemen, baby. They aren't heading this way for fun. The people of the cliffs. I'll lead them into the hills, away from the valley men. If one of those clubs hit him, the cliff people will take me to their caves. By twisting mountain trails across stretches of ancient volcanic stone, Roger Drum leads the people of the cliffs until he breaks out into a clearing where an ancient drum gleams brightly. The drum of Kala, that which summons up the ancient god of evil. Don't know what you're saying, baby, but I'm going to give that thing a bang just to see what happens. Muscles cording his great arms, Roger Drum slams the old stone hammer hard against the metal drum. The reverberations of the mighty blast roar like thunder across the hills and valleys of the lost lands. As the echoes die out, cave people and Fa stare at something looming gigantic above Roger Drum's head. Their screams drown out the thunder of the crashing drum. A mad torrent of weird hissing swings the aviator around. Towering high above him, emerging from the labyrinthian depths of the cave behind the drum, a snake! The father of all snakes! Before the fear-frozen cave people can move, the giant head flashes downward. Got to kill it somehow. No good. Arrows don't hurt it. My gun! Got 3 shots left. My only hope is that one of them lodges in its brain. With the snake's fangs before his very eyes, his last bullet reaches its resting place, and with a frightful hiss, the gigantic serpent writhes in death. Thunda, Lord of the magic drum. Thunda, who killed the snake that surrounds the world. Thunda, King of the Lost Lands. And so, Roger Drum, who is henceforth to be known as Thunda, comes at last to peace and friendship with the queen of the valley people and with the people of the caves.